This man was at the crime scene last night.
I'm Detective Carey, LAPD. I saw you last night in the alley.
Got some spare change a fella can have? Got some spare change a fella can have? God bless you. You're very kind. You know, that kid, he was gonna be a ball player, man. The big leagues he was.
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Yeah, okay, sure.
You were in the alley last night. I thought you might be able to tell me what you know about the murders.
Just popping sound. I don't know.
Can you recall any unusual activity in the neighborhood last night? Any arguments or unfamiliar people?
The cop was... he was dead.
Could you be more explicit, sir?
I didn't,
Sir?
Yeah? Yeah, what?
Sir?
Yeah?
I'm Detective Carey with the LAPD.
Everybody know who you are. You big cop. Bring big trouble.
Detective Carey, would you care to make a comment on Officer Hickman's murder?
No comment.
What are you doing? Hey!
Not too smart, big policeman. You push go on TV.
Oh, it wasn't like that. You see, she...
Yeah, you say for others. I see TV. I see you in neighborhood last night. You not come but for a dead cop.
Can you tell me your name and what your position is here?
I owner of Lucky Mini Mart. I work hard for my store. My name is Kim Chi.
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Okay, you ask.
You said you saw me last night. Did you happen to see anything else? Anything out of the ordinary, such as different people or cars in the neighborhood?
I already told police all I know.
Well, if you think of anything, I'd appreciate hearing from you. Just call me at Parker Center. Ask for Robbery Homicide Detective Carey. By the way, Miss Chi, did you know Bobby Washington?
He was good boy. Always helped me for free. He good boy. He try and stay away from gangs. No trouble. Bobby good boy.
Is there anything else you could tell me about Bobby, Miss Chi?
What to tell? Boy's either good or bad. Good boy.
Do you recognize the man in this picture?
He shop here sometimes.
This is the murdered policeman who was found in the alley. Do you remember when you last saw him?
He police? Nah, he work at Rainbow. Cook.
No, ma'am. He was a police officer. Do you remember when you last saw him?
No, maybe couple of days.
Amico glue, industrial strength. Fresh fruit is a rarity in these small convenience stores.
I was wondering if you'd remembered anything more about last night's events.
I run business. No time to run around and do your job too. You want to buy something?
Fresh fruit is a rarity in these small convenience stores.
You smart. You know a good buy when you see it. You shop here again.
The child looks to be about 5 years old.
I'm a police officer. My name is Detective Carey. Can you tell me your name?
My name is Lysandra.
Do you know your last name?
Uh-huh. Washington.
Can you tell me where you live?
I don't know. I live down the street.
How are you today? Taking your doll out for a walk?
Me and my dolly are having a tea party.
So it's tea time.
We don't have real tea and cookies. We're pretending.
Hello, Lysandra.
Hi. I'm pretending I'm a mommy.
Would you and your doll like an apple?
Thank you.
Mrs. Bernadette Washington, mother of Bobby and Lysandra.
I'm Detective Carey, LAPD, homicide. May I have a moment of your time?
Yes, Detective, what is it?
Mrs. Washington, I have reason to believe that a young man by the name of Ragtop Spiff might be involved with your son's murder. Does his name sound familiar?
That would be Raymond Jones. Anyone would hurt my child, it would be him. He's always showing off some gun and bragging about big money.
Mrs. Washington, if there's anything the department or I can do, please call.
There's nothing anybody can do. Nobody can bring my son home.
Mrs. Washington, can you tell me when you last saw Bobby? Was he with friends? Did he tell you where he was going?
He was heading out to play ball. He loved baseball. He always told me he was going to make me proud. He was going to be in the major leagues. He was a good boy, Detective. Never caused me any trouble. He was the man around this house. He was my little man.
Mrs. Washington, what time of day did you last see Bobby?
He left the house after dinner, maybe around 6:30. Headed over to the field to play ball. He was always over there practicing his pitching.
Mrs. Washington, what can you tell me about gang activity in your neighborhood?
I don't want to end up dead like my son, Detective. I've got a little girl who needs me. If you want to find out about the gangs around here, why don't you ask around to some of the young men? Not all our boys want to be part of a gang. Maybe one of them will talk to you.
Mrs. Washington, is there anything the department can do for you?
You can find who killed my son. You can make these streets safe for the children.
Mrs. Washington, these are the items found on Bobby's person the night he was killed. I'm so sorry, ma'am.
Thank you.